Right, guys, so we're here with Chris. He's my local distributor for LF audio equipment, and he's the first one to get his hands on the high precision voltmeter. So these are high accuracy, millivolt accurate voltmeters, high refresh rate, full color LCD, over the air updates. So I'll go through a lot of those features on here. I'll show the app, so you connect to it with an app. And they also have AuralSync technology, proprietary technology that allows all of the devices to connect together. And we're coming out with a smartwatch. So all of the voltmeters, temperature meters, power meters will all connect together and send the data to a smartwatch or your Bluetooth app, your phone, and you're able to control them together. You're able to synchronize them. So when you order the high precision voltmeter, it'll come in this little box. You'll have a little connector. I have one set up here with the 9-volt battery just to show it working today. And this is the voltmeter itself. It is an aluminum case, so it's nice and durable. It is a full color screen, and it's really easy to plug in. The connections are marked on the case itself. You have your 12-volt input. This will actually support up to 40 volts. So if you ever have any voltage spikes in your car, if you're running the new 24-volt commercial vehicles, there's a proper converter in there that'll handle all those voltage spikes, and you will not be ruining the equipment. There's a remote line, so you connect that to your amplifier or any other remote line, and that's what turns on the unit. When that is off, there's 0 millivolts or 0 milliamps passing through the unit. It's completely off. We have a measurement line. By default, the unit will measure the voltage on your 12-volt line that you're putting it in. However, if you want to have an additional line going out to your amplifier at the back of the car, if you want to run this at the front on your dash or somewhere else, you have the option of having two lines worth of measurement and 2 graphs on here, and I'll show you what that looks like both in the app as well as the unit itself. And finally, we have your ground. So this is very easy to connect. I'm going to use this 9-volt battery. I'll plug the battery in, and we'll see the voltmeter starts working almost instantaneously here. Alright, so we're going to open up the LF Audio app on our phone. You could grab this from the Play Store. It'll be on iOS as well. So we go to our Add Devices, we scan for devices, and then I previously had this connected, so it should auto connect here. I could click on it to force connect, and now we have the voltmeter passing the data over to our phone app. So we could click on the graph, we see the data coming through. We have our second line of measurement if we want to enable that. And to show that working, I could take our second measurement, and if I connect it to the same battery, we'll see the measurement is showing up in the app on the graph, as well as the voltmeter itself. Now, we do have 3 versions of this voltmeter. The top version will measure up to 500 volts of DC. So if you're running a high voltage system, you're able to actually connect up to 500 volts to that measurement line if you want to measure well above your standard 24 volts. The app also features a lot of settings, and all of your UI changes will occur through the app. Let's say you're not a fan of this particular interface. We'll have many interfaces to work with, and we're actually able to even change the settings on the app. So right now, the gauge on the physical unit itself starts at 8 volts and it goes up to 16 volts. Let's say you're running at a lower voltage, you're able to, within the app, change that. So we could go down to 14.6, and now your UI in the app updates. Let's say you want to change your thresholds, and you don't want to dip below 14. Below 14, you want some sort of alert. You could change that in the app, 14.1, 14.2, 14.3. So all the ranges are automatically adjusted from the app. So you'll be using your app or the smartphone companion when that's released to control all these devices. And again, all this data logging will be sent between the devices to a master station. Eventually, you'll be able to save this data, log it to the cloud. You'll be able to analyze your performance, and we'll have a camera function. So when you're playing music, all of these devices will stream data to your phone app, and you'll be able to have graphs overlaid onto your video. So you'll be able to see your voltage, your temperature from your subwoofers when we have our subwoofer motor monitors, temperature probes, and all of that will be fully integrated using what we call the AuralSync technology. So there is our unit. This unit does support over-the-air updates. So once these ship by the end of the month, we'll continuously be pushing updates out to the units, both the phone application and the firmware. The application, when you connect to it, will let you know if there's an update available. It'll be as simple, you click a button, it'll download it to your phone, push it to your device, and now you have the latest firmware with the latest settings in there. You also have the ability to modify voltage drift. So let's say you want to measure your battery bank at the back of the car, and you have a slight bit of resistance because you're using a long wire. You're able to go in here using your multimeter. If you know the exact voltage of your pack, you're able to go in here and slightly modify the drift on the sensors to calibrate it. From the factory, these will come pre-calibrated, ready to go. However, you do have the ability to change that as well if you'd like to. So thank you for checking out the high performance voltmeter from LF Audio. You can pre-order them now. They're shipping by end of month.